geography teacher is retiring a little bit before Christmas time, and he used to be an English teacher. He basically opened up his cabinet doors and said I could take any book, all the books that I wanted. So I got some, and I took 6 of them, or no, I took 7, and go ahead and get started. First one is a Stephen King book I did have, The Green Mile. I actually mentioned in my Stephen King book collection how that I wanted this book, and I finally got it. Kind of wish it was in better condition. The spine is really kind of screwed up here, but I mean, it's free. The next is, a lot of this stuff is classics. This next is John Steinbeck's The Grapes of Wrath. I've seen the movie a long time ago. I don't really remember a lot about it, but yeah, I remember the movie being really good, so hopefully the book will be. This next one, it's called Tales of Terror and Suspense. The reason I got it is because it has some famous authors and stories in here. It's got one by Bram Stoker called The Squaw, one by Edgar Allan Poe called A Descent into the Maelstrom. It has The Lodger by Marie Bellick Lowndes. That was the basis for Alfred Hitchcock's first movie, The Lodger. And then The Vanishing Lady is, I'm pretty sure, the basis for The Lady Vanishes, another Alfred Hitchcock movie. I haven't read any of these yet, but looking forward to it. This next one is some Shakespeare. We have The Tragedy of Julius Caesar. I was reading this in my English class, and we couldn't finish it because it was getting towards the end of the try. And I saw this in there, and I really liked the story, so I got the book. And kind of wish it was bigger print, and I wish they give you these little footnotes that tell you what this old Shakespeare writing is, and I kind of wish those were better. But yeah, this next one is Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring. I don't own the Lord of the Rings books. I've never seen the movies, even though I own all 3. I found Lord of the Rings really boring, and I've never really liked Lord of the Rings. I decided to get the book because I think everybody should probably read the Lord of the Rings. I do want to get Two Towers and Return of the King and The Hobbit. Hopefully I'll get to this sometime, but there's a lot of red marks in here, he underlined a lot of passages and stuff, so yeah. So this next one is a book by George Orwell. It's called Animal Farm. I read this last year in my English class, and George Orwell is a pseudonym for Eric Blair. Really good book. It's pretty thin, so it wouldn't take it that long to read. It's a book about a group of animals that control their own farm. They don't like humans, and their leader Napoleon starts bending the rules and stuff and everything, and it's a book about communism. It was written, when communism was, the big thing. And the reason he has a pseudonym is because he didn't want to get arrested for prior writing this book. But it's really good. The movie, I've seen part of it, and it was pretty crappy. But the book was okay. I really liked it. The next one is another book by George Orwell, 1984. Again, I've never read this book either, but I heard it's one of the best books made about the future. And this and Animal Farm are George Orwell's best books. And there is a movie based on this that apparently is kind of good, but a little bit thicker than Animal Farm. But I really want to read this. This last book is a book that I bought last week, and it is 11/22/63. I bought it last Thursday, and the book came out Tuesday. And I was reading Bag of Bones when I got this, and I promised I wouldn't read 11/22/63 until I was done, but I couldn't resist. I had to start reading it. And So it looks like without the cover. It's already starting to kind of get some wear on it because I take it to school, and it's in my book bag. But I'm on page 120. I'm in chapter 6, and it's part 2, The Janitor's Father. Really good book. I'm actually kind of surprised how good this book is. I wasn't particularly impressed with Under the Dome. That's why I didn't finish it. I'll probably go back to Under the Dome later. But I think why I like this book so much is because I'm really fascinated with the era of the 50s. I'm fascinated with how things looked, presidents, TV shows from that time, comic. Well, that was the 60s, and but really good book, and I like the cover and everything. It looks really cool, and I think this will be one of his better books that he's written in a long time. I can't wait. I can't wait to finish this. I can't till we get to the parts with JFK. But yeah, I'll only do a review on this when I'm done with it. But his next books that are coming out is another Dark Tower book, and there was another one. I can't remember what it was though. But he's writing a sequel to The Shining. It's called Doctor Sleep. And there's no release date on it, but he is writing it, and he has read excerpts of it. And the book is about Danny Torrance, all grown up. He shines, and I think he's a psychiatrist, or he's either a psychiatrist or or he's a shrink. Those might be the same thing. I'm not sure, and he uses his powers for good. He uses them to help people. Now, I assume there's some sort of twist in there, maybe something is going to happen to him, maybe something about the Overlook. I'm not sure. I really hope the book goes back to the Overlook Hotel. I know Jack Torrance is dead, because he obviously died in the fire at the end of The Shining. Wendy, she might still be alive. I always thought if he wrote a sequel to The Shining, they would go back to the Overlook for some reason. But I can't wait for that to come out. That'll be pretty good. But that's 11/22/63 and all these other books. Can't wait to read them. Rate, subscribe, and leave comments, and I'll make more videos.